Hello, hi everyone. My name is Albert Jude. I am here to talk to you very briefly on the third skill in the 7 skills for you towards building an amazing max business. The third skill is presenting, or you might call it presentation, which way. Now, let me just tell you this. There are no secrets to success. However, there are processes and systems to success. So, if you will learn the processes and the systems to success, you will succeed. What we are bringing to you are the skills, the systems, and the processes. By the time you deploy them, success will be yours. Simply put, skills times activity equal to success. Now, for the third skill, presenting, there are 2 aspects to it. The first one are your own prospects. That means those people that you're prospecting directly. Your approach is different from the prospects that we are sent to you by your team members. Now, let's start from your own prospect. Now, your job in your own prospect is to point them to the third party. That's your job. And the third party is anything that is not you. That means that the third party includes the tools, the videos, the website, the products, the trainings, and the story. Your story. Among all these components of the third party, the most important of them is your story. You should be able to start by telling your story. And your story should be in 4 parts. There are 4 parts to your story. The first one is your background. The second one is what you didn't like about the background. The third part is what solution did you find? And the fourth one is what you see at the future. Now, it depends on the prospect. What is the interest of the prospect? Remember, there is what we call self-interest. Now, the prospect might be only interested in the product, which is fine. And the prospect might also be interested in the product and also building his business. So, if the prospect is interested in the product only, what do? You tell your product story. If the prospect is interested in both, that means that you can tell your business story. And remember, you start with your background. For instance, when you want to tell your business story, you start by your background. Was your background a teacher? Was your background a lawyer? Was your background a doctor? What is your background? What is your background? And then what is it that you didn't like about your background? Were you struggling to pay bills? Does it have to do with your time, that you don't have time? Is it something that you were doing that you didn't like? So you talk about what you didn't like about your background. The third part is what did you find? I found maths. What did you find? I found an amazing opportunity to create a massive stream of income. So what did you find? And then the fourth part is the future. How do you look at the future? Now, what your story will do is to connect. What your story will do is to build some kind of, rapport with the person that you're talking to. More especially the second part, which is what you didn't like. Listen, if what you didn't like connects with your prospect, that means that you've already built some kind of connection with your prospect. Now, everyone has a story. Everyone has a story. So you should be able to craft a well-tailored story, either product story or business story. And what the story will do is, just like what I said, connect you, build the rapport, and you point the person to the video. You point the person to the meeting. This is actually for new beginners. This is actually for those that are starting newly. But for those that have the competence, you tell your story, you close them. So this is just for the new beginner, because what it will do is this. The prospect will be thinking, wow, that's simple. I think I can do it. And I think I will do it. That's simple. I think it will work. And I think I can do it. Tell your story. Well-crafted story. Point the prospect to a material. Point the prospect to a video. And that is it for the presentation. More especially for the new people. Now, when you are talking to the prospect of your team members, that means this time around you are not the third party. That means this time around that you've started building your own team. That means that this time around you've started assuming some kind of leadership position. What do? Firstly, you start with your story. You should be able to tell your story in 4 minutes maximum. You tell either your product story or your business story. And when you're done with the story, you present the business opportunity or the product presentation. You should know very well. You should be able to present either the business opportunity presentation or the product presentation. And ladies and gentlemen, you don't have to be perfect. You start from where you are. That was how everyone started. You start from where you are. You don't have to be perfect before you begin to present, because there is this thing they say, perfection brings paralysis. So by the time you begin to present, you might make 1 or 2 mistakes. You do it again, you practice, and after some time, you would begin to build confidence. And with the confidence comes the competence. And when you're competent, you can present any time of the day. You can do 2 minutes presentation, you can do 5 minutes presentation, you can do 1 hour presentation. Again, you should be able to know how to train them on getting started right. That means for the new prospect, you should train and teach him how to find prospects. That is the first skill. And you should also talk to him about the second skill, which is inviting. When you do this, you have set the person up to start doing well in the business. If you master this, you are on your way to creating an amazing opportunity, building a massive income in Max International. Remember, tell your story. Everyone has a story. Don't stop there. There is the 4th skill. Listen to it, and you'll be happy you did. We are so excited, and we are looking forward to seeing you on the top. Thank you for listening. Bye.